All right, I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting for a few more people to get in. There will be a delay, but yeah. So we're gonna get going. Let me turn up my volume. Okay, so the title of the video is "You're Not Slick and You're Not Protected." Now, we're talking about the deep state here. I'm gonna. So basically, what I have here is the deep state in the middle. I have connections to George Floyd, the riots, Black Lives Matter, feminism, vaccines, Corona, Bill Gates, 5G, Act Blue, and child sex trafficking is all documented under the same web. And you're going to find out why they're not protected. We know why they're not slick, but without further ado, I'm going to pour some libations for the ancestors. Ashe Tahuti, Ashe Bastet, Ashe Lakshmi, Ashe Heru, Ashe Het Heru, Ashe Anubis, Ashe Archangel Michael, Ashe all ancestors known and unknown, Ashe, Ashe all gods and goddesses known and unknown, Ashe. And we're going to get going. So let me scoot this up. Actually, so basically, I did some research on George Soros. So what I'm going to do here is I'm not only going to give you information about George Soros, facts, but I'm going to decode him and everybody that's around him. This is going to be our part one of 2 videos. So George Soros is funding he funds the Black Lives Movement. Okay. He funds the Black Lives Movement and other political movements and Democrats. He has called himself a liberal, but funds Democrats through his shell company called what is it? Open Society Foundation, OPS. Now that is a tax exempt corporation, and we're going to get into that later. So he openly funds Hillary Clinton. He's paying protesters, which he did take down on his site on georgesoros.com. I went to go see it and it wasn't up there, but it was up there for some fucking time. He pays Antifa, which is the other side of the protesting, so he's paying both sides of this war. Antifa is here to incite the riots, and he's paying people, funding people to incite the riot. There's something called Act Blue. Now, Act Blue is one of the big shell companies that came out that is also doing the same thing. It's what people like George Soros, the big billionaires, Act Blue. If you go to actblue.com, you will see what's going on. They're taking money from billionaires, and those billionaires are funding Democrats. And they're funding Democrats and Black Lives Matter movement and other movements. Let me see. So, also just another fun fact before we get into it. George Soros in 2004 tried, him and other billionaires, he was leading the mission, tried to sabotage the George Bush reelection, but we already know about George Bush and his fucking people. They're no better than George Soros, but this is what they do. They don't like Republicans for a reason. And like I said before, he owns a shell corporation, which is a philanthropist corporation, non-for-profit called Open Society Foundation, and he uses that corporation not only to evade taxes, which is it's just smart on that part. It's how the billionaires do it, but he uses that corporation to fund politics and pretty much control society, pretty much wiping out free enterprise. Bill Gates does it. Melinda Gates does it. All of the motherfuckers do it. So, let me see. So he just recently pumped $18 billion into that company. Let me say it again. $18 billion has just been pumped into that company. $18 billion, guys. What you gonna do with that? Who can you pay off with that kind of shit? So let's get into it. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm a black man and I don't need a movement to know that my fucking life matters. So no, I don't support I don't support Black Lives Matter movement because this is who's paying it off. George Soros, Hillary Clinton, Bill Gates. It has been incepted. It is not it is an inorganic grassroots movement. Not organic grassroots. Inorganic. It's basically an inorganic movement posing as a grass movement. I am all for my people. I am all for my people. But we don't need a movement to know that our fucking life matters. It's like, come on now. You either do or you don't think that. So basically, we're going to get into. So, George Soros and his people. Oh, so you want me to say the names of the websites? I got, let me see, the LA Times. If you go to the latimes.com and you type in George Soros backs George Soros has pumped 18 billion into society foundations, making it a philanthropic giant. And I will drop my other sources. Hold on. Okay. So George Soros and his Open Society Foundation is funding the leader of the Black Lives Movement named DeRay McKesson. Let me say it again. The leader of Black Lives Movement is being housed. He has a home, and the home is owned by George Soros' company. So we're going to get into it. So from the website, hold on, I got to check. From the website, I'm going to pull it up. I was just on it earlier. Okay, I got it. It's called the wrongkindofgreen.org. Wrongkindofgreen.org. And this is the article I'm going to be reading from. Oh, okay. It doesn't look like you guys can see it, but it's called the wrongkindofgreen.com. And the article is called The Movement for Black Lives Unveils Platform Courtesy of $100 million from Parasitic Capitalist Organizations. So these are excerpts I took notes on. If we look further, it just happens that many of the 50 organizations that are leading for the movement for Black Lives already have received funding from this project. Some of the policy authors listed in the platform proudly claim the title of Soros Justice Fellows. George Soros, billionaire philanthropist and parasitic capitalist, through his Open Society Foundation, OSF, has bragged about his funding of BLM. Has bragged about his funding of BLM organizations, Black Lives Matter organizations, from the outset of the resistance in Ferguson. So that was in 2015, Ferguson. It has been revealed that DeRay McKesson, prominent Black Lives Matter activist, lives in the home owned by an Open Society Foundation board member. One thing I want you guys to check out. Now this is fucked up. In 2016, there was something called a code conference that was held. Look up 2016 code conference. There were 5 speakers. The 5 speakers were Bill and Melinda Gates on behalf of their foundation, Twitter and Square CEO Jack Dorsey. So Square is also Cash App now. Activist DeRay McKesson and Jonetta LZ. I mean, this isn't by coincidence. Like, they got Bill Gates speaking on Black Lives Matters on our behalf. Isn't he going around the world vaccinating everybody? But we're going to talk about the COVID-19 as well and the connection. Crazy. But now I'm going to decode. I'm going to get to the decoding aspect of everybody I've decoded so far in this situation, which why there will be a part 2 with more decoding. So the name George Soros. Now George Soros' real name is Schwartz Georgi. He's Hungarian. He's a Hungarian Jew. So with him being Jewish and having that much money, should tell you everything we know. That should tell you everything we need to know around here. He's backing Clinton. He's backing Clinton. So the name George, it means farmer, earth, soil, or ergon. The word George, the name George means farmer, soil, earth, or ergon. ERGON. So ergon stood out to me. Ergon means uncountable, work measured in terms of the quantity of heat to which it is equivalent, a task or function of creation. So we're going to talk about George meaning earth, farmer, soil, and all that. So basically, the meek will inherit the earth. Let me say it again. The meek will inherit the earth. Now, Ashira has touched on this subject again. Oh, let me drop my Etsy. Shameless promo. So you guys can get all your goodies. But the meek will inherit the earth, meaning those who don't ascend to a higher level, 45D, will inherit the soil of the earth. They won't make it. That's why they're doing so much. That's why they're doing this, because they will inherit the dirt in the earth. As those who will make it are going to make it past this fucking shift. So we're going to talk about later what we can do to help ourselves make it past this shit and into later. But that's what George means. Now the last name Soros. Soros means fast moving, cunning, fast moving and cunning. So that is the regular definition. I'm going to give you the scientific definition here in a bit. Fast and cunning reminds me of dark energy. It's fast and it's cunning. So you have a farmer that is fast and cunning. So Soros, the scientific definition of Soros means serum, blood plasma, serum, blood plasma from which the clotting proteins have been removed. Keyword removed. The meek shall inherit the earth. Now, his astrological sign is Leo. He's a Leo. He was born on August the 12th. So he's got that fire energy, but he's very reclusive. Kind of weird. Now we're gonna get into the part of D. Ray McKesson. We're gonna get into the part of D. Ray McKesson because he is very important. He has been doing things for these people on a spiritual level not a lot of people get. So D-Ray is a person of regal bearing, a person who played a king in a local festival, derived from the old French word roi, meaning king. I had to break his name down into two parts. So the DE part of his name, D, means down or away. Down or away. It also means denoting removal or reversal. Key, this is key, denoting removal or reversal. And Ray, the name Ray, R-A-Y, means counsel protection. It also means each of the lines in which light, aka heat, move away from the sun. So the rays are moving away from the sun. Sun, aka melanin, aka right here. The rays are moving away, meaning information is giving off. Information is going out, and they have been informed that if you put D-Ray together, that is decoded down to removal of protection from the council. They are no longer protected. They not slick, and they're no longer protected. They're not slick, and they're no longer protected. That's why they're doing this shit. Because they're no longer protected. They're not protected because the sun is fucking hot as hell now. So that's why Bill Gates is trying to block the shit out as long as he can. They don't have any ride out of here anymore. So they're trying to keep everybody locked down up in this bitch. So now let's get to I forgot D-Ray's last name, McKesson. So the MC is Irish or Scottish, and that MC means Mac, and Mac is decoded as son of, and Kesson means wicker work, thick or matted, so basically furniture. So son of furniture, and furniture is something is a movable object, is what it decodes down to. So the reversal of council protection of movable, the son of movable objects. A movable object is matter, aka light. That's what this shit is all about. That's why they have the leader of the Black Lives Matter, or the most prominent figure, in their fucking back pocket. This movement has been incepted since the very fucking beginning. So now let's get into COVID-19. Now you got all these riots, all these fucking riots. Like everybody's saying, there's no more COVID-19. Like we already know about that. Like fuck COVID-19. We already know what it really is. But there's quote unquote been no cases for a while. So basically, what happens is a second wave of COVID-19 is already coming in. So they're going to use the riots to say, oh, you know, we're going to have to shut shit down again because everybody didn't follow the protocol because there's only so many states that are open back up. Most states aren't close to opening back up yet. New York already had 19,000 quote unquote new cases because it's people that are in the riots going to go get tested because they remember, oh, COVID-19, so they go get tested, they go get the fucking vaccine, and it's over with. Now you're gonna have people dying, so keep yourselves protected. I sell 5G detox teas. I sell um, gold, colloidal gold, or aka nanoparticle gold. I sell herbal tinctures. I have a dandelion echinacea tincture that I just made. I just got in. I have a milk thistle tincture coming up. Just study the body. Study health. You can. That's a start for you. So tinctures, herbs. Limit things that cause inflammation or cut them out altogether, but limit them. Because remember, if you're used to having meat 7 days a week, 3 times a day, that's 21 times. So if you cut it down to 1 time a day, that's 7 times, not 21 times, your body will notice that. Get you what and if try to cut it out, as much as you can. That's one thing that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to cut, keep it at least to a minimum, if not at all. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there, little by little, to get to a point to where it's difficult. The diet part is difficult. I'm not going to lie. That's probably the most where I do struggle. But I've got my tinctures. I got my herbs. Drink a gallon of water a day of distilled water or good spring water. I would say alternate between distilled water. Distilled water is like a magnet. Distilled water is 100% pure. So it will bond everything. Well, actually, everything will bond to it, just like, when you take, just like when you take this stuff, activated charcoal. So all the toxins in your body will bond to it and will flush things out. And then you switch out to spring water when you've had enough distilled water, or you can stay on distilled water. Let me see. Mentally, keep your thoughts fresh. Write, journal. Let me see. on your phone, record like I am meditations for yourself to keep yourself mentally good here. I have a meditation playlist on my channel that is amazing. It has many different things on there. Just keep your mind right, the mental, physical, and your spiritual. Be meditating. You know, the mantras, meditation mantras take care of the mental and the spiritual all in one go. The mantras take care of the mind, and the meditation aspect takes care of your spirit. But try to cleanse your chakras, balance them, be doing your spiritual work, and things like that. And that's how you will be able to, well, that's one way you'll be able to fucking beat this shift because shit is going crazy. Shit is going fucking nuts. Now, my part two decoded will be here pretty soon. I'm gonna be doing more of these Zoom meetings. There is a delay. I see what Keith means as when he says we have a delay. It's like it's like a 20-30 second delay where you guys are seeing a different part and I'm already it's like being in two spots at one time. It's crazy. It's some like quantum physics type shit. Like I'm already talking about the next point and you guys are hearing the point I just made before. So if there are any questions, I'll take questions or we'll pull some cards if I don't have any questions. There you go, Salavi. You're my. I'll make you a moderator. Just cause you are amazing. Alrighty. So, oh, Page of Wands. I'm not sure. I'll have to get the book out. And Five of Wands. Well, Salavi, in your universe, you can make that happen, by just willing that in. So maybe you record something on your phone that resembles that vibration mentally, do the spiritual work, and it will manifest physically. You'll will that in. So I'm going to look up the Page of Wands and the Five of Wands. So the Page of Wands is a dark young man, faithful, a lover, and dark young man, faithful, a lover, and envoy, a postman. Beside a man, he will bear favorable testimony concerning him. He is a dangerous rival if followed by the Page of Cups. He has the chief of qualities of this suit. Dang, okay. So now we're going to go to Page of Wands. I mean, Five of Wands. A posse of youths are brandishing staves as if in sport or strife. It is mimic warfare, and hereto correspond divinatory meaning. Imitation, for example, sham fight, the strenuous competition and struggle of the search after riches and fortune. Hence, some attributions say that it is a card of gold, gain, and opulence. So that looks like a good reading so far. I keep drawing this card, man. Temperance is isn't temperance the card of balance? Temperance, economy, moderation, so balance, frugality, management, accommodation. So I don't know. I don't know how. Like this is a pretty positive reading. I'm reading this book right here, right now, guys, and it is amazing. This book is amazing. This book is fucking dope. Now, Taylor Elwood has a YouTube channel. Look, Taylor Elwood on YouTube. He's pretty dope. Hmm. I got my crystals, got my rose quartz. I got lapis lazuli, green calcite, little chunk. I'm missing the other piece. Shungite, and amethyst. It's got some wax on it. Little mini piece of sage. That sage is really lightening the mood right now. It's pretty heavy shit. Pretty heavy shit. I thought, yeah, you're right, Slav. You're right. The balancing the masculine and the feminine, which is what I'm doing right now. Alrighty, okay, I'm back. So the other two cards are the Page of Wands and the Five of Wands. What do you think about that? I'm not. I'm getting better at tarot, but uh, I'm getting better at reading. What do you guys say? Any questions, guys? Got three watch. Anybody have any questions? So we pretty much wrapped up that video, this video, but I'll stay on for a bit. Fuck it, I feel like it. I feel good. What do you guys want to talk about? No questions? What else? Oh, what else did I find in my research? Let me look up because I looked up a bunch of stuff. I was in research mode today. I'm just, oh, the one thing I didn't go over was how billionaires use non for profits as a shell corporation for to evade taxes, but legally. Now, I'm not opposed to that because if I had that much money, I would do it. So basically, what George Soros is doing is using his Open Society Foundation. What he does is he gives money away to these to certain organizations, and basically they funnel their own personal money into it, and under the 527 tax code, no, not the 527 tax code, it's a different tax code. 527 is about politics, my fault. I'm mixing, blurring lines. But 527 is about how much money they can give the politicians, which is why they utilize the shell companies to give to personal donations to them in any amount that they wish. But they become tax exempt, so they become tax exempt. So George Soros makes 90% of his money in the stock market. He doesn't have to pay money on those taxes because he funnels that money into his shell corporation, which is a non for profit, which is tax exempt. But basically, you have like Antifa. They're the ones in the black masks. You guys see at the riots. If you've been on social media, and they're fucking shit up. They're paid by George Soros, and the protesting was funded. You have people that are in the crowd that are, no justice, no peace. The front people are paid by George Soros as well. So he funds both sides of the war. I mean, if you go online and you look it up, you have to dig for that shit because he also pays sources, and I'm gonna get onto it in my next video. He also pays media sources to say good shit about him. I mean, doesn't everybody, but I mean, he goes as far as to make them say that everything is conspiracy and it's false. Crazy. But that's what money do. That's what fucking money do. Especially when you got the Clintons in your back pocket. What are you gonna do? You know, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna pull some more cards. So this one is going to be for the collective. Page of Swords. Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups looks like, there's a card, there's a cup being, that they only see these three cups, but there's really four. There's really four. So you're not, it's like not seeing everything that's there, not seeing the whole picture. And I'm not sure about the Page of Swords. So let me look these up. So the Four of Cups, a young man, weariness, disgust, aversion, imaginary vexation, no, imaginary vexations, as if the wine of this world had cost satiety only. Another cup of wine, as if a fairy gift, is now offered him, but he sees no consolation therein. This is also a card of blended pleasure. So that's the Four of Cups, and the Page of Swords. A lithe, active figure who holds a sword upright in both hands. Wow. Okay, that's not the meaning. Authority, overseeing, secret service, vigilance, spying, examination, and the qualities thereto belonging. That sounds like the riots. That sounds like what we want. We want our own secret police, not the real police. But that can also mean what's going on pertaining to the collective, meaning that's what's happening to us. Crazy. Um, Anybody else got any questions? Got any questions, Salabi, or let me see. You got three people watching. You got two people in the chat. Pull some more cards for the collective. Let's see what's going on. Spirit, tell me what's going on with the collective right now. Oh, what up, Elizabeth? John. Um, well, basically, there's no telling how long the Matrix is gonna last. I mean, if you're gonna, if we're gonna, and that's a good question. If we're gonna think that way, which is good, we're gonna start to think outside the box. What can we do to tear it down? How do we tear it down? How do the people that have not all the people, but enough of us, spiritual people, and enough of us who are awake to this point, how do we use our energy to do that? What can we do as a whole? Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, there we are, Pentacles. Self-evolution mindset. Where is it at? Knight of Pentacle, Queen of Pentacle. Where the hell is Ace of Pentacles? Here it is. A hand, showing usual perfect contentment, felicity, ecstasy, also speedy intelligence, gold. Gold. I sell gold. Is that okay? What up, Crystal? We're pulling cards now, Crystal. All right, I'll pull one for you, Elizabeth. I put all these cards back. So the Ace of Pentacles. All right. We're pulling one for Elizabeth. Pulling one for Elizabeth. This just popped out, Elizabeth. Two of Swords. What decision do you have to make that you don't want to make? It's like you're not blind. You just don't want to make it because you know exactly what's going on. Spirit, let's pull a clarifying card. I'm going to pull a clarifying card. Pull a clarifying card. King of Wands. Okay. King of Wands. Anybody help me? Crystal, can you help me with the King of Wands or Salavi? If you're still here? Oh, so the King of Wands. Dark man, friendly, courtman, generally married, honest, and constituous. Consentious. Hmm. There you go, Crystal. Anybody else want to pull? You want to get a card pull? I'm in that mood right now. There you go, Elizabeth, right there. These two. You have an intelligent choice to make. You don't want to make it because you know exactly where it leads you. You know exactly the road that you're going to go down. Just make it anyway, if that resonated. Oh, no problem, Liz. I'm not going for that card. I'm not going. Let me see what time is it. 9:47. Oh, these motherfuckers playing. I'm about to talk. I'm gonna have to talk to them. Just that is weird. I'm gonna okay. So one more card for the collective, and then I'm gonna go. The Four of Cups reversed. Ah, Four of Cups reversed. Novelty, omen, new instructions, new relations. I'll pull one for you, Toya. I got you. What does Toya need to hear? My aunt's name is Toya. What does Toya need to hear? Five of Swords. That's just my laptop going off. Five of Swords. Did anybody help out with that card? Degradation, destruction, reversal, infamy, dishonor, loss. We're gonna pull another one for you. We're gonna pull another one for you. We're not gonna end on that type of note. It could be destruction of something that does not serve you, so it doesn't always have to be negative. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. So he's holding on to this one wand, and he's got eight wands behind him. So, so Nine of Wands is This card signifies strength in opposition. If attacked, he will meet the onslaught boldly with the main significance. There are all its possible adjuncts, including delay, suspension, adjournment. So basically, there are changes that are going to come up against you, Tanya, but you're going to fuck that shit up. 9-1 says you got the strength. You got this. And we got the devil on the bottom. Never mind that card. Oh. Well, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you for tuning in this long. I'm out, guys. I'm gonna do some more research. I'm gonna chill. Gotta prepare for the morning. Gotta go do some stuff in the garden. Go get some more plants. You're trying to help your niece and her 3 kids. Gotta do some stuff in the garden. Do some stuff for the shop. I'm gonna link the shop down below, my Etsy shop. I did a garden update on Instagram yesterday, Salavi, but I can do one on. I can definitely just do a video, film it on the phone, and see if the live streaming app that I have will act right. So without further ado, guys, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. Thank you for sticking around, and we're gonna be doing more decoding. You know, it does take a while to decode things, but I love it. I love the process that it takes. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Thank you. I'm about to go. What up, Angela? You just missed the video, but you can go back and rewatch. But I'm glad you came in. I'll hit you up here in a few. I got a self love tea coming on. I got my phase 2 elixir. I'm trying out the phase 2 elixir. And the phase 2 elixir is gonna get your ass in gear. If there's some shit out there you're not trying to do, you're gonna fucking do it. This shit is this shit's amazing. So, peace. Let me see. All right, how do I end this video from here?